Trading. It is January 12th, 2025, Sunday. While I was scrolling through the Reddit PineScript channel, I came across a developer who was putting together a site called getpinescript.com. So that's what I'm going to be reviewing today to see if they're legit. So this is the site, getpinescript.com. What it does is allows you to create PineScript code for TradingView in the form of an indicator or a strategy. So, it generates complete TradingView indicator and strategy scripts that you can add to your TradingView chart. So real quickly, let's talk about what is TradingView for those of you who are brand new. TradingView is a platform for charting and screening equities. So this is TradingView right here, but you generally use, or most people generally use it for more for charting than anything else. They have a great community, so you can look at trading ideas from other people, look at different markets. They have a stock screener that you can use to go through and select the types of stocks that you're interested in following. But the main thing that it gets used for is for charting. So this is a simple blank TradingView chart. And what Get PineScript does is allows you to create indicators and strategies. So what's an indicator? An indicator is basically a way to visualize chart patterns that can typically be configured. So for example, I can add one of our indicators, Magic Linear Regression Channel, and I can set a begin time. So I'll take this bottom, and end time, take this bottom. And now I have an indicator that gives me a visual representation of what's been going on between this date and this date, or this date, and then can project forward to see where some new bounce points in that channel might occur. Here we can extend it by 100. Bam, and so you can see it's following this line. But that's basically what an indicator is. What is a strategy? So a strategy allows you to take an indicator or information from an indicator and create tradable, events that will or that you can use to calculate a backtest. So here's one I built using Get PineScript, and we'll go through this process. But I'll turn this on, and here you can see the performance of the TradingView strategy for each of the orders, and on the screen, or in the chart screen, you can see all the orders where they occurred. You can see performance summary, net profit, gross profit for the entire period, the list of trades, and then the properties such as the date range, symbol info, so on and so forth. Let's see. So let's go back to overview. So that's what a strategy is on TradingView. So let's get back to, and one other thing is, what is PineScript? So let's take a look at PineScript. So this is the coding language that you use to create an indicator or strategy on TradingView. So this was actually generated by Get PineScript. And for those of you who've ever tried to use ChatGPT to create PineScript code for you, it's pretty good with small tasks, but something this complicated, it would definitely choke. So being able to use Get PineScript to build a strategy out of the box that works is pretty useful. So let's go back to Get PineScript. So they have a pretty professional website. Here you can set the initial rules and conditions. So you can have an entry trigger condition. So what event is going to occur on the chart or in the price that will cause you to want to enter a buy or sell order. So you can say you can pick one, only one in the entry in the trigger conditions. So let's say we want to use a moving average. So let's just say in EMA, and like I said, you can only pick one. So this is only going to show one, whereas the confluence condition is going to allow you to pick a bunch of things. So we can say we can use EMA again. We can use the MACD. We can use stochastic RSI or just the RSI for confluence on the entry. And then on the exit, we can do something else, you know, ADX, whatever, doesn't really matter. The point is that you can add all these things in before you log in. Just quickly, here's the website's pretty professional, you know, a little section about benefits and some graphics showing what the actual logged in version will look like. And there is a login wall. So as soon as I pick generate, it's going to ask me to generate an account. So you sign up, blah blah blah. I've already signed up, so I'm gonna just go over to the logged in page, which is right here. And the one thing that probably needs to get changed, and actually talk to the founder of the company, the person who built the code about this, is that what you see on the home page actually ends up, let's see, yeah, see it's under set conditions. So these are the areas where we selected everything on the home page. And like I said, I just went to a different screen where so I didn't actually carry over the stuff I did on the home page. But this top section now gives you a bunch of other filters and settings. So you can set up whether you want to build a strategy or an indicator. Again, a strategy allows you to get cues for buying and selling so that it can be tracked by TradingView and you can see the performance summaries. An indicator is just a visual representation, and you can have entry directions. So if you want a strategy that just looks at long positions, so basically anytime you want to buy or make money or generate a profit by buying when the price goes up, then you can select that. You can select the short position, or you can select both. And what happens is that these will both have options that you can configure in the strategy itself once you add the Pine script. Now you can add a take profit or stop loss using the average true range. And take profit and stop loss, those basically say that if you're in a position, at what price do you automatically want to exit the position? And the take profit is where do you want to exit the position at profit. Stop loss is where do you want to exit the position at a loss. So you typically want a small loss and a large take profit. You can also add, let's see, trade filters, moving average, ADX, session range, trading days, how many trading days, add a date range filter, so how many, what's the begin time and end time, and then some miscellaneous stuff showing the risk reward area, blah blah blah. Okay, so then let's go to and then there's the I'm feeling lucky button, and so that will pick randomly entry trigger conditions, entry confluence conditions, exit trigger conditions, and exit confluence conditions. So again, this is what we did on the home page initially, and you can keep flipping that out or swapping that out. I'm feeling lucky, and then you can generate some code. So let's say I'm feeling lucky, see what the code looks like, generate. Gotta log back in. Log in. Whoops. My login was, uh-oh. I forgot my login. All right. So while I get that, oh, there it is. There, now I'm logged in. So I'm going to set conditions. That'll take us to what we had on the home page. Click I'm feeling lucky. And then we'll have that. So now we can generate some PineScript code and hit generate. And here we go. This script has been auto-generated by getpinescript.com. And here's all the code. Looks pretty clean. We have our inputs. For those of you who are not programmers, you don't have to worry about any of this. All you have to do is copy and paste. Copy this to the clipboard and then paste it. And I'm just looking through to see the quality of the code. And it's pretty clean and very simple. And again, this is something that ChatGPT really chokes on if it's really complicated. Now, additionally, I have a history because I've done this before. So now this is the second one I just created. And here's the fast MA and slow MA MACD stochastic RSI strategy that I made earlier. So let's take a look at that. And reload. There we go, fast MA and slow MA. So now I can copy that and then paste that into my TradingView window. So let's go to the one that was all cleaned up. So this is what I had before. So I'm going to open up a brand new window. Create new layout. We'll call this Get PineScript 2. Save that. I'm going to get rid of the volume. I don't need that indicator right now. And I'm going to create a brand new strategy because that's what that was. I'm going to paste everything I just copied into here. So we have using PineScript version 6, we have a strategy. And I'm going to name this 2 because I already have the original one. I'm going to add this, save this. I can save it here, just Command S, Control S if you're on a PC. Save that. It'll give me the name. Now, after this is saved, I have a strategy. I didn't have to do any code. I just had to understand all the criteria from the rules and conditions and some of the settings. So let's go back here. So now I can add this to chart. And now I have a strategy that actually is not that bad. 1.493 profit factor is actually, it's reasonable. It's not losing money. But yeah, it works. And there's also a nice looking graphic. So it knows that I had some moving averages on here, and it's the crossover that was the trigger. So here you can see a crossover occurring, and it went long, and then the take profit right there. Crossover occurred here, and this was a stop loss. So this one lost. This is on. This is SPY, SPY on a daily chart. Here there was a crossover, so we went long, take profit. So again, not too bad, not too shabby. So now we can tweak the strategy if we want by going into settings. So these are and we went into settings by going to the strategy up here and click the little nut icon, the settings icon, and then we can make it so that this is just long positions or just short positions. So let's look at the strategy chart, the overview. Let's see. There we go, overview. And then we're going to change the settings and see what happens when we turn on and off the long and short positions. So if I turn off the long position, okay, that means I got 26 trades, 61% profitable, Max drawdown 32, net profit $52.94. Okay, so not great, but still profitable. So let's turn off the short position, leave the long position on. Long position, profit factor 1.3, 57% profitable, $36 net profit. Okay, so that's not spectacular, but both of them together seem to work pretty well. Kind of evened out the curve there. And here we can change the stop loss, and I'm not going to go through and change all of these, but we can change the stop loss amount. That means how much we're willing to risk before we exit the trade. And the amount we chose is that this strategy uses was an ATR multiplier. So I'm going to turn that down and see what happens. So I'm reducing the amount I want to risk when I make this lower. So the profit factor went from, let's see, 1.49 to 1.5. So it's getting better. 1.55, 1.6. Oh, and then back down. So 1.7. Good. Okay, so at 1.7 we had a profit factor of 1.55. Let's take it down a little bit further just to see what happens. So we can adjust this, and we can tweak a lot of different parts to optimize this strategy for this particular equity. Oh, look at that, 1.595 when we got the ATR multiplier. And this ATR multiplier basically means that at a value of 1, that's the average ATR, the average price range for a candle. So at 1 ATR, that's the average price range for that ATR period. Oh, there we go, like 1.6 at an ATR multiplier of 0.8. Look at that. And this is straight out the box. This is nice. So let's increase our take profit. So this means 2 times the average candle size. So let's lift that up, see what happens. 1.7. Hey, look at that. We're still going. 1.75. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. 1.752. 1.78. This is actually a pretty good tool. So remember, we created this all from scratch just by selecting some options in the Get Pine Script tool. So you can do this. I think you get 3 free generations, and then there's a paywall. But if you are a coder and you are used to making strategies, this really shortcuts that whole process. So I'm really liking this. And again, let's take a look at the code for the coders out there. If you're not a coder, bear with me. But here it sets the strategy, inputs, nice little comment to break that apart. Take profit, TPSL was take profit, stop loss inputs, commenting for all of the inputs. And the inputs are the areas in the settings window. So these are all the inputs. And then the calculations, so calculate the MA, the moving average, depending on what kind of moving average we chose. Fast MA, slow MA. So this is pretty good. And like I said, with ChatGPT, it can automate some things, maybe take 1 or 2 or, set up this section if you can explain specifically how you want it done. But it's, it's like night and day using Get Pine Script in order to produce this rather than having ChatGPT do it for you. So this, I'm giving this 2 thumbs way up. Yeah, like I said, the only thing I would change if I had my preference is to move this section up, the set conditions section up, so that it's up at the top and it's more in alignment with what you see on the home page. But other than that, Being able to see the history was super useful. Being able to get to that generated Pine code. And another thing that I haven't really talked much about are these little helpers. So there's little helpers all over the place. And then the main site itself, let's see, if I remember correctly, it had some pretty good reference, some PineScript guides down at the bottom, mastering PineScript, entry and exit conditions, and then a little discussion on TradingView indicators in their blog. So pretty useful. So yeah, give it a try. I like it. I think I'm going to be using this as I move forward and build code for customers of mine. But yeah, this is good stuff. So that's getpinescript.com. Again, if you like this video, the content in the video, please send a shout out, like or subscribe, and then also you can follow MWright Inc. MWRIGHTINC on the TradingView platform. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching.